What up, though, y'all? What up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Shout out to everybody that's watching this. I am your host, Big Roo. Mr. Tell Your Mama Rufus came by. Make sure you click the subscribe, like, share, and the notification bell so y'all can be notified when I upload. I'm about to start getting back to uploading more content now. It's a little chilly outside. A lot of people watching now, so I'm gonna get back to more content. I just wanted to have a conversation this morning. Me and one of my good friends was having a conversation just about life, about children, and like their mamas and daddies, and we kind of had a deep conversation. Like, we agreed to disagree on certain things, we agreed on certain things, but the main thing was it was a dope conversation, unbiased, and stuff like that. So I kind of want to touch on a few things when it comes down to our children and relationships. And again, these are my opinions, but I think a lot of truth is in my opinion. We losing our kids at a very rapid rate, and it seems like nobody really cares. Like, nobody's gonna say it, but their action shows that they don't care. And what I mean by that is, when raising a child, first of all, there's no handbook to raising a child, but there's right ways to do things and there's wrong ways to do things. A lot of us has common sense, and we know certain things shouldn't be happening, and we allow them to happen. Like, I think a big part of how your child turns out is where you raise them, how you raise them. Like, you have to speak life into these children. You know what I mean? Like, and listen, we are not fortunate to live in the suburbs and stuff like that. But I'm saying you have to put your children around different environments, because if not, then they become a product of that environment that they're in. Most of us was raised in broken homes. For those who slow, mom and daddy didn't stay together. And I think a lot of times relationships get broke up too soon. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not saying stay with no motherfucker who just mistreating you totally. I ain't saying that. I'm saying think about what you're doing when you have children, because it's not about you no more. Once you have kids, it's about the kids. So a lot of homes are broken because we break them. Like, we let disagreements or wrongdoing end the relationship immediately. A lot of us stay for years and mentally abused, and we stay. I ain't saying do that. I'm saying for those who you can save your relationship, if the good outweighs the bad, then I think it's worth giving it a shot and saving. Sometimes a motherfucker do something to you and it's just like, nah, I can't. But people have done horrible things to you, and you stay fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's break the curse of breaking relationships so fast. You know what I'm saying? It's damaging the kids, whether you believe it or not. Most people, they attach to their own emotions, so they move off of that. They move off their own emotions, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But you have to start thinking about your children. A lot of fathers are not around because of the mother. Let's just be real. A lot of fathers are not around because of the mother. The mother keeps the kid away. If he don't buy no shoes when she think he should buy them, she's stopping from seeing the kid. I know a bunch of women who said, no, my kids can't go over there. My kids can't, like, it's not your kid. And who are you to say, what the child can't do with the other parent? Like, just because I don't parent the way you parent doesn't mean I'm not a good parent. Just because I didn't buy something when you think I should have bought it doesn't mean I'm not a good parent. Just because I don't pick them up when you think I should pick them up doesn't make me a bad parent. And vice versa. Fellas, if you got your kids, just because the mama can't do something right now doesn't mean she's a bad parent. It doesn't. We have to start thinking more, because it's unfair to our children. Like, my daughter live with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a full-time dad. Her mom is not a bad mom because I'm a full-time dad. Certain things I don't even ask her mother, just because I'm going to do it because she with me. Seem like when the shoe is turned around, though, on the other foot, when the child lives with the mother calls the father for everything, and when he don't do it, there's a problem. That's unfair. Just do your job as a mother. Don't worry about what the father's supposed to be doing. He got to deal with that later on with the child in life, or God, or however y'all want to say it. Like, that's not your job to tell a man what he should and shouldn't be doing. Like, who are you to make that call, or like to make, you know what I mean? Just because you say it don't mean it's authentic. And then they'll go bash the man to their family and friends and all that, and put a narrative out here without telling the full story. I think honestly, parents who are not together with the other parent, I think y'all should do 1 week on, 1 week off. Or 30 days on, 30 days off. Like, let both parents experience what it's like to be a single parent. And what I mean by single parent, that I'm not just saying single as in, the mother or father has no existence in the child's life. I'm saying when you wake up and take that kid to school every day, pick them up, feed them, you single. When the child goes with them, they're single. You're not in the house with the child every day. The other parent is a single parent, period. Because as a dad raising a little girl, it's certain things that I have to filter out of my life because my kid live with me. Certain things I can't do. I need to come in at a certain time. Just make sure she's straight. Make sure homework is being done. Make sure chores are being done. Make sure she's learning. Make sure we're having conversations. Because I can't sit in the house with her all day. I got to go to work. She is of age. She's 13 now. So, I have to build some trust in her to be able to stay home by herself. And I'm not saying don't watch your kids now, because I was a kid before, so I know kids do sneaky shit, but you as a parent have to instill certain things in them and show them different things. Put them in different environments where they're not so eager to be curious. We all get curious as kids, but you don't want your kid to be curious to the point where they done forgot about everything you instilled in them. And I think once you raise them in the hood where all the other hood-ass children are, and their parents don't give a shit about them, they start gravitating to those children. A lot of parents, when they send their kids out the house, that's their getaway time. Like, they're, you know what I mean? And when they get home, as long as they got a cell phone and they ain't in their way, they're not really spending time or, trying to instill certain things in the kid. And it falls on us as parents. If you know your child hang around the wrong kids, you need to get them out of that shit. Get them away from it. If you got to move to put your kid in a better surrounding, that's what the fuck you need to do. That's what the fuck you need to do, because guess what? You got to go to work and shit. If the father's not there, you got to go to work. And you can't expect that man to be there when you got to go to work, because you don't know what he got to do either. And the kid live with you. So when the kid lives with the parent, whatever parent the kid lives with, the other parent don't really got no say-so on what the fuck is going on in that person's house. If you're not putting 100% help, you cannot say what the fuck should and shouldn't be going on in somebody else's house. You can't make no play calls from your house to mine and vice versa. That's just what it is. I think we become a little bit selfish. It's like we letting social media and other kids raise our kids. That's selfish as hell. Because that means you're not taking out the time to be a parent. It don't take that much. And again, there's no handbook on how to do this shit. I'm not saying I'm right about everything. This is my personal opinion. Gotta be accountable for the part you playing in the fucked up life your kid is growing up to have. Look at Dirk. Let's just use Dirk for example. A talented young man, but also allegedly a killer. Allegedly. And I'm only saying this because this is the word, the feds got him, this, that, and the third. Them niggas is kids pretty much. Yeah, Dirk might be 39, but we've been knowing this type of shit about Dirk for the longest. So we have to, pay attention to what's going on. Then, just not to go off topic, I'm using Dirk again. We glorify people who do horrible shit, like the King Von shit. We all know he done committed a lot of murder, allegedly. We know this. Yet and still they paint a mural of that type of person on the wall, and then people go take pictures by this mural. People go, like, they'll take trips to Chicago just to go to that street to take the picture next to King Von. That's glorifying a person who hurts people in the community. We glorify a bunch of shit that hurt the community. The big drug dealers, we glorify those things. We look up to those things. And then we wonder why our children turn the way they turn, because children do what they see. So if they see their parents glorifying the dope man, they see their parents selling dope, they see their mama shaking ass, they think it's okay to do. They think it's okay to do. So we have to be accountable for the part we played and why our kids are a certain way. How many of y'all go to parent-teacher conference? How many of y'all make sure y'all locked in with the teachers? How many of y'all, just make sure your kid is mentally stable? How many times do you sit down with your kid and have a real conversation without yelling because you ain't get the answer you was looking for? It's not many who do. Everybody think they're a good parent, but if you really sit down and look back and think about the type of parent you are, you'll get it together. I got an older child. A lot of y'all don't even know I have an older kid that's 26. I had her when I was 17, turning 18. I ain't know shit about being no parent. Her mom went to the Army, left her with me for a couple years, 3-4 years, came back, then she moved my baby to Atlanta. So I wasn't able to be the in-house parent every day, every weekend. We talking about Atlanta here. I'm not driving to Atlanta every weekend. I'm sorry. So when those type of things happen, you have to get them on school breaks and summer vacations. And yeah, you can take a trip down there from time to time to see them and have them come here, but it's just not the same as raising your child every day. I wasn't down there to see what's going on, to know what her mental space was. And this ain't me making no excuse. I'm just telling y'all what happened. But with my youngest, I've been with her since day one, like every day. Like from, watching her. I had my own shop in my basement, so she with me while her mom was at work. When we got a divorce, I pick her up from school every day, spend time with her. Like this, these are the things that I do because I realized what could have possibly happened to my oldest with me not being around as much. You know what I'm saying? Still was a good dad, but I wasn't present as much because, she lived fucking 1,000 miles away. But with this one, I'm able to understand how she thinks. I'm able to understand her actions, and I can look at her and tell when something is bothering her or something is wrong. I can see those things because I'm an active, very active parent. I will say this about a lot of dads today. A lot of dads today are being more active. I salute that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of dads are understanding that the kids need us more than anything. So you do see more dads spending time with their children. I see a lot of mothers, to be honest, it's like they're tired of being parents. And I understand to a degree, but you can't get tired of being no parent. If the daddy not around, you still have to be a great mom. You still got to be a great mom. If the dad is not around, you still have to be a great mother, which means doing whatever you can do to protect your children from falling astray to this shit that's going on. And don't get it fucked up. Shit can randomly happen, but a lot of these things we can prevent and create better environments for our kids. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people just settle, like, fuck it. It is what it is. And especially like when they're becoming teenagers, those are pivotal moments because now they smelling themselves. They starting to be curious about sex. They starting to be curious about drugs. They start, again, if they're in those environments. And we know TV and music and social media gonna have their ass curious. Don't be afraid to take those devices from their ass. They'll be all right. We grew up without devices. Kids don't know how to play with each other no more. They angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no, social media ain't teaching them no love. So you got to teach them that at home as much as you possibly can. As much as you possibly can, because they're filled up with hatred and trauma. A lot of kids are angry because their fathers are not around or in their life very active like they should be. If you notice, a lot of kids talk back now. They talk back to their parents. I grew up in an era where you bet not even breathe like you finna say nothing back or you'll get your ass slapped backwards. These days, we allow kids to question what we say or have a response to what we say. You don't get no response as a kid. You do what I tell you, and that's that. I think a lot of that way of upbringing has been taken away. Yeah, they'd take your ass to jail, but I'm willing to go to jail about how I raised mine. I'm willing to go to jail about that. My daughter knows my daddy don't play. So it's certain shit she not gonna do because fear that it's gonna upset me. I don't whoop her, I don't do none of that shit, but she know I don't play. She know I don't play. So I really challenge y'all, man, to just be better parents, bro. Like, again, it's no fucking book to this shit. But you gotta put effort into being a better parent, a better friend, a better lover, a better family member. Cause this shit getting worse. And I don't really see it getting no better. So it starts in the home. If we could change things in the house, you know, maybe they can help us. Like, there's so much violence going on. Why are the kids so angry and want to kill each other? Why kids so anxious to want to get a gun, a switch, and do all this shit? Why? Like, kids, if they don't got on Jordans and Dunks and the latest shoes, they don't want the shoe. They don't want the shoe. You know, so shit like that, they're becoming a product of their environment. My daughter go to school where the kids don't even care about being fresh. But she do, though. My daughter cares. She want the newest shit, just like I'm talking about with y'all kids. My daughter ain't no different, but the environment she in ain't no bullying. Like, ain't nobody questioning her about why she don't got on this and why she don't got on that. You know, I think she naturally get wanting to dress fly, you know, because her mom and dad. Like, I got the new shoes, she want the newest shoes. It's been like that since birth. But the environment where she wears these things is not an environment where kids are jealous. It's not an environment where, like, nobody trying to pick on the next kid for not having this and not having that. It's not that. So I'm a little more comfortable with sending her to school in Lakeshore. You know what I'm saying? These city schools, they're a little different. Like, people picking on the kids and bullying them because they don't got the J's or the fucking New Balance, or they parents ain't got it like that. Like, we know most of y'all money who working, y'all money go to bills. Most of y'all. Most of us, shit. All my money go towards everything too. All my money accounted for. I wanted to come on here today because I had a dope ass conversation with my dog, and I told her, I said, I'm gonna go live about this shit. And do a blog about it. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, I really need y'all to be more. Yes, I just gave y'all props, but I need y'all to do a little more. We already have a responsibility as men just to be protectors and shit, period. Don't get caught up in listening to a woman tell you what the fuck you should be doing and what the fuck you shouldn't be doing. She ain't got the power to tell you that. She needs to focus. Next time you get a woman tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing, you tell her you focus on being a fucking woman. And let me focus on being a man, because you don't know what it's like to be a man. You see what I'm saying? Again, most of us was in broken homes. You don't know what it's like for somebody to treat your mama good. Stop telling a man what the fuck. You feel me? You don't make that call. Some of y'all had good fathers, you know, who father treated their mom good. But these days, either I see the men bashing women or I see the women bashing men. Fellas, you can't tell no woman how to be a woman. But mainly, ladies, you cannot tell a man how to be a man. I don't even think you know what the fuck a real man is. Or is a real man what you consider he is, your standards. Maybe that's what it is. A real man is what you consider a real man. But stop putting on a man what you think he need to be. If you don't like what he is, just move along. Just move along. It's not that hard. Nobody has the power to tell the next person anything about how they should be as an adult. Yeah, you want niggas to be better fathers, but you need to be a better mother too. Just because the kid live with you and you take him to school every day, that don't mean you a good mama. Because you got some past trauma in you that you've been dishing out on the children, whether you believe it or not. Saying a lot of hateful shit about the daddy around the kids. Y'all know y'all do that shit. Fathers do too. They say shit about the mama. all that. Stop doing that shit. Stop creating a narrative about the other parent. Let that child figure out on his own what the parent means to them and what the parent have and have not done. Or y'all say a lot of men acting spicy, but that's because y'all trying to teach men how to be men. And stop blaming the daddy for not being there. A lot of y'all ain't letting the daddy be there because y'all want to call the shots on what the kid do and what the kid don't do. And how much time they can spend with their daddy. And I done heard women tell you, bring my baby home. Like, what? I can keep my baby long as I want to. I should be able to. But, it don't be going like that. Like if a child live with the mother, she got all to say so she feel like she could tell you what and what not to do with the kid, when to bring them, when not to bring them. Like she feel like she controls the schedule on how you see your kid. And a lot of people will say, well, go to court about that. Man, why should I have to go to court about what we doing with our kid? And most of the time, if you can't prove she's an unfit mother, et cetera, they gonna give her the rights to most of the shit. You'll get visitation rights, but even that, now you got the court telling you what you should and shouldn't do. You might as well listen to the baby mama. Why we can't just come to a mutual ground? You feel me? Long as I'm not doing nothing bad with my kid or nothing like that, my kid should be able to stay with me as long as they want. As long as I get up, take them to school, whatever, when it's my turn. I shouldn't have to hear the mama say a motherfucking thing. With me, when I buy my daughter shit, I send it over there to her mama house. Sometimes. Well, I used to when she stayed with her. Like, if we went and bought 7 outfits, I let her take all the shit home because I ain't tripping because she got shit over here, too. You know what I'm saying? But y'all women don't do the same thing in return. Like, it's like when the father get the kid, y'all forget y'all mothers. I ain't speaking for me. I'm just saying in general. Like, I see it a lot. A lot of men who got their kids with them, the mother don't be super motherfucking active either. She ain't coming to pick the kid up on the weekend. She pick her up when she want to, just like the daddy do. So it kind of works both ways. But I'm saying all this to say, take accountability for the part that you're playing in your child's life and how they grow up. It's not the teacher's job to raise your motherfucking kid. It's the teacher's job to teach them, and you teach them as well. Like, a lot of y'all just let the teachers teach. You have to instill certain things in them before they go off to school. They need to know how to treat other people. They need to know how to act in public. They need to know how to treat other kids. Because I will fuck your kid up about mine. Because I know they ain't been properly trained. And yeah, I said train. Like a pet, you have to train them. Don't you train their ass how to not piss on themselves and shit no more? Yeah, you got to train these kids how to act as well. So y'all, we have to be accountable for what's going on in our children's lives. Stop sending them old people out for the weekend and they don't know how to act. Stop doing that shit. Just so you can have some free time and me time. Fuck all that. Once you have a baby, your free time and me time is over. Because now you're a full-time parent. And these, again, my opinion. I really don't give a shit about how nobody feel about what I'm saying. Feel free to comment at the bottom. I would love for y'all to comment at the bottom. And while you comment, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. As y'all know, I do dope interviews. I have regular conversation. This is like a podcast, blogcast. Like, we can have real conversation. If anybody want to come up on the show, reach out. You know what I'm saying? And we might could put something together. But I'm only having real conversation. I don't want to talk bullshit. Yeah, we can have fun, laugh, but I don't want to talk bullshit. Let's have some real conversation. Because life getting worse, y'all. This shit ain't getting no better. I'm 44. And in my 44 years, I saw this shit decline. Only thing I've seen rise is the money rate. Like, we're getting to more money than our parents did and shit. We still poor, but we getting more money than our parents got. But crime rate is higher. Badass children are at a high rate. Kids going off, like they cussing, and we cuss too, but now they cussing like it's okay to do. I've heard a kid at the store cuss another kid out cold. I'm like, damn. I wanted to swing on the little niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how bad this shit has gotten, y'all, and it's because of us. and what we put our children around, what we let them see, where we let them live, who we let them stay with, all of that shit, it starts at home. So you have to nip certain things in the bud early. Like, I believe your kids should fear you as much as they love you, damn near. And what I mean by fear you, not scared that you're gonna harm them, scared to do wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause again, my daughter, she be like, damn, like I could tell by her action, like I made my daddy mad. So she do everything she can not to piss me off. I ain't gonna whoop her ass, but I'm gonna put her in her place. Like, she ain't gonna hear my mouth. Because I'm stern on what the fuck I believe in when it comes to certain things. And again, I'm raising a daughter, so I have to be a little more tough with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can't teach her things that a woman can teach her, but goddamn it, I can instill those morals and principles in her. You know, that I learned. You know, I'm gonna take a little bit back from what I learned and the common sense of today's world, and instill that shit in my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, all she been seeing since birth is me be an entrepreneur and her mother be an entrepreneur. That doesn't mean I'm gonna, you know, not instill things in her, like go to school, get an education. But I'm not gonna force it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna let her do what she wants to do, but I'm gonna show her that there is ways that it can get done without spending your whole life in school. But I would prefer you have some educational background, some type of degree. But hey, most people I know who getting it don't got a degree. They might have graduated high school, but they don't really have no degree. My one nigga Fredo, he a nurse. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, most of my friends or people I know that's getting it, they don't have college degrees and shit. They ain't thought about going to no fucking college. They are doing it off of what they know how. Legit shit. Now, I ain't talking about dope deals. I'm talking about like legitly getting money and doing what they need to do for their family without, you know, the norm. So again, man, I challenge everybody to be better people, make better decisions. None of us is perfect. I want to address this too. So we the times are so fucked up. We in a time where we look at LeBron James and we down him for getting his son in the league. I'm gonna say that again. We look at a father who's been straight and narrow across the board that we know of, and he was able to play basketball long enough to get his son on the same team as he's on, right? And then we got our own kind down in this man for that. Oh, his son don't deserve it. Who the fuck is you to say that? Who the fuck is you? You'll be the same person that'll hire your child at a job that they don't know how to do. You'll hire him if you could. So let's stop doing that. How are we mad that a father has done something great for his son? How are we mad at that? Like, where's the problem? Like, this the NBA, a white man's sport. Let's get all the money we can about these motherfuckers. Fuck what y'all think he don't deserve. You don't deserve a lot of shit that you got going on, but you got it. I'm not gonna say he don't deserve it if he didn't work hard to play basketball. You know, who are we to create the criteria of what we don't think? Clearly the organization thought he was good enough. Either that or his daddy has created a path so hell of as a black man, they ain't had no choice but to draft his son. And if we're going with that narrative, I'm cool with that his daddy got enough power where this organization would do whatever they had to do to get this kid over here for a 40-year-old man that's damn near out the league. And gave the kid $7 million. So what are we saying here? I wish I could do that for mine. You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. We gotta be smarter about this shit. Let's stop condoning bullshit. Let's stop glorifying killers and drug dealers. But we only do it because of the environment we came up in. Big shout out to Big Meech and T, but I don't give a damn about none of that shit, man. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. We praise the wrong things, man. We praise the wrong things. At some point, we got to grow up as men and as women. Again, Meech done fed a lot of people. They fed a lot of people. But, you know, they was doing dirt in the hoods around the world. You know, and done their time for it. So I ain't mad at that. You know, I'm sure these are changed men now. Yeah, you're going to be a hustler by nature, but I'm sure these men are changed men. Let's glorify that part if these men are changed men. Meech and T did what they did, but it was able to get his son in a position to play him in a series and all types of shit. So I guess it was good and bad with that. But overall, we glorify the wrong things. We glorify the wrong things. I like Lil Durk's music, you know, but we glorify the wrong shit. When King Von died, we were saying slide for Von, Durk. So basically, go crash out. To hell with your children, go crash out. So the fans can say, oh, he slid for Von. And now that allegedly has happened, now everybody want to say he's stupid. Yeah, but we glorified it so much and put it in his head that they should do this, that allegedly that's what they did. They started sliding. We got to stop, people. Shout out to everybody, man, who tuned in. Once again, I'm your host, Big Roo. Mr. Tell Your Mama Rufus came by. Subscribe to the Culture Podcast 313. Again, that's the Culture Podcast 313. Hit that notification bell. I got some dope interviews coming up with some of your favorite Tubi actors, producers, all of that, rappers. I got a bunch of shit coming up, y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned in. I am your host, Mr. Tell Your Mama Rufus came by. We out. I'll see y'all in a minute.